We are starting to roll now, folks, with the Locky two-step as we've hit 2 weeks in a row now on both the Locky two-step and the Locky Trinity. This past week, we had Evan Elder and Alex Munoz come through for us to hit for a plus 105 two-leg parlay. And then to complete the Locky Trinity, Mr. Melsik Baghdasaryan dug deep and managed to get the victory as well. And that came through for plus 233. Don't get me wrong. We still got some more work to do in terms of getting out of the hole that we originally put ourselves in after the atrocious run that we were on since UFC San Antonio to a couple weeks ago. But we're in the right track and we got the momentum back in our favor. Obviously, got another free parlay for you guys for this weekend's UFC London card. I do want to quickly plug that if you guys are looking for breakdowns for Cage Warriors and LFA, which go down tomorrow, Friday afternoon for Cage Warriors, Friday night for LFA. The only place you can find those breakdowns from me is in written form on the Patreon, link in the description below. If you're looking for some pre-UFC London action, I got you guys covered over there. And if you're looking to do your own research for those cards, and not to mention the plethora of other regional MMA events coming up, the best place to do it and find direct links to past fights for all these upcoming fighters is through the MMA Fight Archive. You get a 7-day free trial. Check the link for that in the description below as well. All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the Locky two-step. First step, we're going to go with the Spaniard, Joel Alvarez, who's coming in around that minus 190, minus 200 range. He's trying to look to bounce back after getting decimated by Arman Tsarukyan last time around. We know how much of a finisher Alvarez is, and the guy is magnificently massive for this lightweight division, standing at 6'3" with a 77-inch reach. The guy always has to, cut off a leg to make weight, but when he does make the weight and come in shape, he is very difficult to deal with for a lot of fighters, given his aggressiveness and how active he is with his jiu-jitsu when he's on the ground, whether it's on his back or on top. He's going to be very difficult to deal with for Mark Diakese, who does crack under pressure against guys that are very aggressive, as we saw in the Rafael Alves fight as well. And even when he's not able to get his grappling going like he did against Michael Johnson. However, even if he gets his grappling going, I think he's going to be in for a bad night, as the aggressive style of Alvarez should be able to open up a finishing opportunity for him, whether it's finding a submission, reversal, or a get up so that he can get back to imposing his aggressive style. So the first step of the Locky two-step, we're going to go with Mr. Joel Alvarez. Second step, a little bit chalky, but we want to try to hit these for sure, right? And we're getting decent odds. I'm going to go with Tom Aspinall as the second step, and the Locky two-step there with him will be minus 125. But with Tom Aspinall, we know what we're getting. A very skilled heavyweight. There's still questions about his cardio, but given the fact that he's been finishing pretty much all of his opponents under that 1.5 round mark, we don't really need to know what his cardio looks like. And I feel like he can do that once again here against Marcin Tybura, who finds himself in trouble time and time again early in fights. Walt Harris, Greg Hardy, and Alexander Romanov have been nearly close to nearly finishing Marcin Tybura in these fights. And I feel like a guy with the killer instinct that Tom Aspinall has, he'll be able to find that early finish, and I think he'll make it look easy, making his super chalky line look like value, even at the chalk that it's currently at. So like I said, the Locky two-step, minus 125 with Joel Alvarez and Tom Aspinall. If you want to complete the Locky Trinity, and again, I'm kind of hesitant with the amount of confidence I have in her going into this weekend, but I feel like this is a layup spot. In the co-main event, we got Molly McCann, and I feel like she can go out there and do what she wants to do against Stoliarenko. Unless she puts herself in a bad position on the mat in the guard of Stoliarenko and gets her arm snatched up, she wins pretty much anywhere else this fight goes. She's the better striker by a mile. Her boxing combinations will be too much for Stoliarenko to handle, and eventually once this fight gets into deeper waters, I think McCann can comfortably take this fight to the mat and do some good work from on top. But I think that probably by the second round, we'll see McCann go out there and get a knockout. We know what the UFC is doing here. There's no reason that Stoliarenko should be in a co-main event slot, but when you have somebody like Molly McCann in London, you want to give her an opportunity to provide a fireworks type of finish to send the crowd into a frenzy, and they got the perfect opponent for her to do that with in Yulia Stoliarenko. Again, this is a guy that has faded Molly McCann on numerous occasions throughout her career. But I feel like this is a layup spot for her, which is why I'm going to have her complete the Locky Trinity here, which brings the odds total to plus 159. There you guys go. The Locky two-step and the Locky Trinity for you guys for UFC London. I'll see you guys tomorrow once again for the 3 best prop bets. Peace.